In South Korea, the poor Kim family manipulates and cheats their way into the good graces of the rich and well-off Park family. And slowly but surely, they both become dependent on one another. But then, a third family is introduced into this delicate mixture, causing everything to teeter on the edge of insanity. And it all explodes in one of the most intense movies of 2019, and a true gem that both of us found wildly entertaining and just pure, intense cinematic genius. Our last bonus of 2019, this is Parasite. I'm Connor Eyzaguirre.
And I'm Austin Johnson.
Welcome to Filmgazm. Parasite, directed by Korean filmmaker Bong Joon-ho, director of films like The Host, Mother, Snowpiercer, and this is going to go down as his absolute masterpiece.
100%.
And this was the first foreign film I ever saw in theaters, because I'd heard nothing but great things about it. Austin saw it back in November and urged me to see it for months, and eventually I was like, all right, I got to see this thing.
Yeah.
And when I went to see it in I think early January, earliest month. Complete sellout, like sold out theater.
Unbelievable.
I didn't expect that at all. For a movie that's been out for a few months.
Yeah, Korean
movie that had been out for a few months.
Starring no one that anyone knows.
Sold out theater. It was amazing. I was sitting next to two like Texas dudes who are just, hip hip yow, that kind of thing. And they were watching the movie and they loved it. It was amazing. You never know what's going to resonate with people.
And you never know what the fuck's going to get word of mouth.
You don't.
And like you said, he made Snowpiercer and Okja and The Host and some good films, but not nearly as... This is crazy. Yeah. What this movie did is crazy.
It's a film that broke the language barrier.
Literally.
It was a success.
Yeah. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Incredible.
Huge. Shout out to Neon. Way to advertise that. Way to really push your art out there.
Oh, yes.
And allow all these people to see it. Amazing. Yeah. It's definitely one of the best movies of the year. Like you said, it's the last film of 2019 we're doing.
Yeah.
As it is 2020 now, which is still weird to say.
We apologize, fans of Marriage Story in 1917.
Knives Out.
But we just we ran out of time. We had to be selective here. We had to pick one that we really, really, really wanted to do before the Oscars, and Parasite won that vote.
Yeah.
It was just, we've been waiting to talk about this for a long time.
Yeah, we had the Gazzies and the Oscars are coming up in February. It's just, there's no time.
There isn't, yeah.
We got to continue on with the year that's already here.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to fall behind and that's just going to fuck everything up. So,
plus, it's not like there's a lack of content.
No.
So, yeah, again, sorry. But I promise that we will eventually, in some form or manner, have Marriage Story or Knives Out, 1917. These movies all as bonuses in some fashion.
With our current format, it's not outside the realm of possibility to say we really could do everything.
Exactly.
Like, given enough time.
Yeah.
So,
but Parasite's if we had to choose one of those, this is the one we chose to talk about.
Yeah. It's a film that has roots in many different genres: drama, comedy, horror. It's all over the map. Yeah. But it never feels forced. It's all organic and everything makes sense. Yeah. That's impressive filmmaking.
It's never like, oh, look at this artsy guy. It's like, oh, wow, this is a very good story.
It's very character driven. You're very much invested from the beginning on who these people are. You like them. You kind of hate them.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that they're all really pieces of shit, considering what they're doing to this family that has done really nothing to them. They're nothing but nice to them for the most part until shit gets real. And obvious spoiler warning for this movie. It's a kind of movie that you really need to see in order to comprehend it.
Yeah, that's why I even called you after I saw it. Because I saw it with my dad and my brother for my older brother's birthday. He has good taste, I'd say.
Yeah.
He wanted to see Parasite on his birthday. Shout out to Adam. Love you, man. We went and saw this, and all three of us were like, wow, what is there to say? And it was kind of one of those things where it's like, fuck, I need everybody to see this so that I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because if you, like you said, if you aren't in it, which is how I felt about a lot of 2019 movies, like 1917, Once Upon a Time, you have to be there.
Yes.
You have to do the work. You gotta like sit there and watch everything. And Parasite is the definition of that.
Yeah.
You have to do your homework and really sit down and watch Parasite. So glad you went and saw it, man.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Where did you see it at again?
I saw it at Alamo Draft House Park North.
Okay, yeah, by the mall. Yeah.
And yeah, I was just surrounded by people who were waiting
amazing.
for the theater, and I couldn't believe how it was cool. And the pre-show teaches you a lot about South Korean cinema, and I learned about Bong Joon-ho's career.
Yeah.
And it was very cool. I want to see all of his movies now.
Yeah, well, we'll be doing The Host
Yeah.
as a standalone.
He's a genre bender. The guy can manipulate story in a way that very few American directors have the ability to do.
I have friends who think Snowpiercer is one of the, like, hands down, one of the best movies of the decade.
So do I.
He's a genius. He's a genius. And he can touch everybody with his storytelling.
Yeah. Regardless of whether or not you speak Korean. It's crazy. And this film ended up being going up for 6 Oscar nominations this year.
Unbelievable.
Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best International Film, Best Production Design, and Best Film Editing. And it has a serious shot at taking any one of those. But it's for sure going to take International Film. It's got no competition there.
Yeah.
But this could be the first foreign film to ever take Best Picture at the Oscars. And it would deserve it.
I really think it could.
It really could. It's the kind of movie that's not going to go away. This is going to stay.
It's so hard to ignore.
It really is.
Like when you're thinking about the best movies of the year, you're like, Once Upon a Time, Parasite. It's Parasite. Once, 1917. It's always in the back of your head. Parasite. Even though you're like trained and you are like, but like Tarantino came out with a movie. You're like, fuck. How did this guy, he came out of nowhere with this just absolute banger of a movie.
This was a year where we had a film from Tarantino, a film from
Scorsese,
a film from Noah Baumbach, a film from Sam Mendes.
Greta Gerwig.
And fucking Bong Joon-ho's Parasite stood out in that entire crowd. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And it's so cool. It has an 8.6 on IMDb.
Yes.
And a whopping 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. That hasn't dropped.
Hasn't wavered.
Yeah. There's one dickhead that doesn't like this. That's what that means.
Actually, fuck off.
There is this one guy who constantly drops 100%ers on Rotten Tomatoes just to be a dick. I've heard it. I've read an article about this guy. He did it to Toy Story 3. He did it.
What a dick.
Yeah. He just does this shit. So maybe it's him. Maybe he's the son of a bitch who ruined that perfect score. Because there's only a handful of 100%ers on Rotten Tomatoes. Like off the top of my head, I think like The Godfather and Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just...
That's a rare, yeah.
99% though is no slouch. That's something to brag about. And it's something that I'm sure made a lot of people just decide to go see this. That shit really influences people's beliefs.
For sure.
When it comes to movie reviews.
For sure. Well, yeah. You think about it. I don't know. I don't do that, but I can't really blame people because you pay for all these things at home, these streaming services. So you're like, if I'm going to go out and see something, better be fucking worth it.
I got to admit, I'm very much influenced by Rotten Tomatoes. I've had movies that I wanted to see, I avoided because Tomatoes said they were bad. And
it's tough.
It's a shame, but it's they're mostly right sometimes. Like when it comes to a negative score, they're pretty on point sometimes.
I feel you on that, yeah.
It's tough because it is all personal taste.
Yeah, and I know sometimes my personal taste is not going to be like a 9 or 10 out of, you know what I mean? It's not going to be like a flawless film. I like some cracks.
So do I.
So that sometimes can be okay.
But then
I know what you mean, though. But
you get, like a 15% for Cats.
Like Doolittle.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I was going to see that no matter what. But yeah, now I'm definitely not going to see it ever because it got like a 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you on that, for sure. It does influence. I just think for other people it influences more because you and I will love to go to the theater.
Yeah.
So if we get an excuse to go to the theater, then cool.
True.
But people are like, if I'm going to go to the theater, it better be worth it.
Yeah.
And if it's not Star Wars and I don't know what I'm getting, then it definitely better be worth it. And that 99, you're right, tells people, oh, I can go to Parasite and I'll be taken care of. I'll go see something that'll be worth it. Mm-hmm. And my gosh, yes. Is it worth it?
Oh, big time.
Do you want to try to break down a little bit of the story, or what do you want to do here?
Let's talk a little bit about...
Because it is a monster.
Let's talk a little bit about Bong Joon-ho.
Okay.
And some of his films that he...
So what have you seen?
Of his films, before I saw Parasite, I think I've only seen Snowpiercer,
Okay.
which I fucking loved. I thought that was a brilliant movie.
Yeah, so he's got some shorts, and I'll just read through his feature films. Barking Dogs Never Bite, Memories of Murder, The Host, Tokyo, Mother, Snowpiercer, Okja, and Parasite. So I'm missing 2 of those, the 2 earliest ones. But what I have seen, I haven't been disappointed one bit.
Yeah.
And I think for you as a fan, I think The Host is going to be the one that will rival Parasite as like, oh, maybe your favorite. But Parasite, compared to the rest of these, I think he's just gotten better.
True.
He's just gotten better technically. He's his craft is a little bit stronger.
Well, all of his films...
And the scale here is very high.
Yeah.
Like I said, neon, people trusted in this movie.
Well, it wasn't, like it was up for some technical awards.
Yeah.
Production design, it could very well take, just from the design of the park's house. It's so architecturally brilliant.
So good. Well, and even the Kims, the basement like level apartment that they live in, is the way it's shot makes it look beautiful. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't want to live there, but you're like, it's a fascinating place.
Yeah.
And when you have there's from inside their apartment, you're looking out into the alleyway. It's just breathtaking.
Well, in their basement apartment, they literally live on the bottom.
Yeah.
On the lowest rung of
They're
society.
like bottom feeders.
And the parks live up on this glorious hill.
Yeah.
It's so poetic. It's obvious, but it fucking works.
Yeah. And so we're in Seoul,
Yeah.
South Korea, and the parks live, obviously a little bit outside in like the suburb area on this nice hill. Yeah, it's just a breathtaking property.
Yeah.
And you see it on the the movie poster. You see it on there. They're all standing right there. It's a great movie poster.
In the film, it's supposed to be built by this famous Korean architect.
Yeah.
Whose name I think is a character in Snowpiercer.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah. I didn't catch that honestly when I was watching. I was so flat. When I was in the theater, I was like looking at the top corners of the screen and like there's something going on everywhere, and you're like, man, this guy made I'm still taking it in. I cannot wait to see this again.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm dying to see again for a second time, just to kind of process those feelings and just catch new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of Bong Joon-ho's films, I think pretty much all of his films deal with the wealth gap in South Korea.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think
Society,
because there is a massive difference between the poor and the rich in Korea, and it really determines how far you're allowed to succeed in life. And this movie, I think, perfectly encapsulates that. If you know nothing about the South Korean wage gap, you know everything about it after you see this movie. You know everything you need to know. And I love that. He's teaching you about his country. It's awesome. It's a life lesson.
Yeah.
Inside this beautifully crafted thriller. The more I think about it, the more it blows me away.
Yeah.
It's really impressive work.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe we should have given her best movie Gazzy to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you think about 1917, you're like, shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how awesome of a year it was.
Man, anything.
It was a great year.
It really fucking
It's
was.
probably the best year since I've been alive and watching movies. It's the best year.
Yeah.
Since I've been like watching movies. I'm only 24, I know, about to turn 25, but
I've never been this
I've watched a
prepped.
lot of shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, and this year has been just breathtaking. And this is right up there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right up there.
Bong Joon-ho.
Oh. So the cast is all Korean actors.
Yeah.
Who I've never heard of, obviously. This is my intro to Korean film. And
What a place to start.
I know, right?
Some people think it's the best Korean film of all time.
It fucking might be, man.
Well, you never know.
And I know Kang Ho Song is one of Bong Joon-ho's go-to guys. He's in a lot of his films.
It's great in The Host. Oh my god. Great.
Mm-hmm. And everybody else, admittedly, I don't know. It's all Korean film. And I honestly got nothing for you.
What we do have
Yeah.
is one of our favorite performances, both of us, from the entire year is So Dam Park.
Yes.
My fucking gosh.
Yes. She plays the younger sister, Kim Ki-jong, and she is a goddamn sociopath in this movie.
She is unbelievable.
This is all her idea.
Keeps it. She's the reason it feels from the moment it starts thriller horror.
Yeah.
The whole time.
You never know when she's going to do something.
Yeah, and she we'll get into it. There's just times where she kind of snaps for no reason. she's doing art with the kid. You're like, what the fuck is your problem? You know?
Yeah.
What's wrong? She's unhinged. She's a sociopath.
She is. She's getting off on this.
Yeah.
Like with the boy, at least
she thinks this is like,
Yeah.
She's like, look at me. Yeah.
At least with the boy Kim Ki-woo, he, I feel like, is doing this for extra money. He really is trying to do like. I feel like when he gets his sister in as the tutor, he's doing it so that she can help, get some money.
Okay. So do you want to get into the story and introduce?
Yeah.
Let's introduce the actors as we.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
But yeah, we nominated Kang Ho Song and Sodong Park, and Sodong Park won our Gazzy.
Yeah,
so,
for Best Supporting Actress.
Fuck yeah.
It's insane. So we meet the Kim family, consisting of father Kim Ki-taek, mother Chung Suk, son Ki-woo, and daughter Ki-jung. They live in a small basement apartment that's fucking nasty, flooding all the time. They have a nice view of drunk assholes pissing in their gutter.
Yeah.
Which happens a few times, and the way they handle it is hilarious every time.
Yeah.
And they have a job. They're folding pizza boxes. And the pre-show at Draft House included a lot of videos of pizza box folding.
Oh, that's
so
great.
I was like, what does this have to do with the movie? Turns out quite a lot. It was a South Korean film lesson and pizza box folding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant. And that's what they do to make ends meet, and they kind of fucking suck at it because they make like half the boxes misshapen, and the friend, Kiwoo's friend, who's helps them out with this, is like, look, I can't take these.
These can't even put pizzas in these.
They're like, we wanted to help you. Like, come on, put some fucking effort into it. And you can tell that they hate catering to anybody. They believe that they are good enough, and they shouldn't have to suck up to people, especially like the Parks. I feel like they're doing this just to see how far they can take it, how far they can fuck up the lives of these people. And almost like the end result was take their lives, become them.
Yeah.
But then the basement shit happened, fucked it all up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would have loved to have seen, like, how far were they willing to go? I feel like all the way. Like, they would never stop.
I know. I fucking know. I'm getting chills.
I know, right? It's weird.
All right. All right.
So Kiwoo's friend, who's he's a tutor, he's a college student, he's going to study abroad, but he wants somebody to hang back and keep tutoring the family that he's tutoring.
Yeah, because he likes the girl.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want a friend. I want somebody I trust to keep tutoring her while I'm gone. Yeah. And that's your boy Ki-woo.
And he gives the Kim family this scholar's rock that's going to supposedly bring them wealth. This giant, obscenely ridiculous rock.
I got chills again thinking about what that does later on.
And it's crazy. And this guy, the friend, suggests that Ki-woo pose as a university student, take over his job, and earn some extra scratch. While the friend's abroad.
Giving you an opportunity. And he's like, holy shit.
So the guy's, Ki-woo's sister, designed some fake documentation for him, which seemed really easy.
Yeah, like way too easy. Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. And he goes over to the Park house and is immediately entranced by this beautiful house and these ditzy people who own it, who they were like no background checks on anybody. They're so trusting.
Yeah.
They're
gullible.
They're like, why would anybody try to hurt us? We're so good.
Yeah. We're just the Parks that live on the hill.
So the family's teenage daughter, she is an interesting character because she's like 15, right?
Yeah.
And the old tutor was like falling for her, and then Ki-woo starts dating her in secret.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, like, how does that work in Korean culture? Because over here, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
That was really bothering me the whole time, that nobody was addressing that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
Oof.
I moved on from that one. I figured it was a cultural thing. Yeah, I just was like, okay, I'm not gonna... Yeah.
So, Ki-woo gets hired. He lies and cheats his way through the interview. And then the mother... What was the mother's name?
Sorry, I just had it.
No problem. The mother's name...
Miss Park.
Park Yan Koo.
Yeah.
I know we're butchering these Canadian.
They're tough
Korean
to say.
names, but
They're tough to say. She was great. Everyone is great. What am I saying?
Well, she's kind of an idiot.
Oh yeah. No, I'm talking performance-wise.
I know.
She is a she is a moron.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she happens to mention that her son is super misbehaved and can never shut up.
Yeah.
And Kiwoo
He's an artist.
He's an artist, yeah. He's got a challenging mind. When in reality, he's just a fucking misbehaving child.
He's just like a 5-year-old.
Yeah. I hate that so much. That's every country. Yeah. Every rich family thinks that their misbehaving child is a prodigy.
A lot of the stuff in the parks is Bong Joon-ho poking at rich people.
Yeah.
Gullible, dumb, everything's handed to me. Why would anybody hurt me? Who's going to take stuff from me?
He did the same shit in Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Same result.
He's always going to do that in movies.
The poor push back every time. So great.
At the end of the day, they're both going to survive.
Yeah.
It's pretty, wow. It's extremely poetic.
Yeah.
Parasite, so it is. Yeah.
So Kiwoo says, like, hey, I happen to know this world-class tutor who just might happen to have a slot opened up. I can talk to her for you.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, she's got some real important stuff going on. She might.
Yeah. And it's his sister, who knows fuck all about tutoring children, but manages to lie her way into the family. But they have, like, the story they have to practice outside, or she's, like, Cousin Jessica or something.
Yeah, hilarious.
And she acts like, she has a 2-foot stick up her ass, just walking around like she's, big stuff.
This genius, yeah.
Saying, like, you cannot be in the room when I tutor the child, and things like that. You arrogant... Oh.
She's like, this is part of my...
I love it.
This is... This is my method, yeah.
I love that at first, you are just... It's kind of hilarious. You are kind of entranced by this family's ability to lie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like second nature.
It's hilarious.
It doesn't... You know what? It feels like this isn't the first time they've done this. Like, they might have done this before. Mm-hmm. They might be serial, like, manipulators.
Possible. It's definitely possible.
It's awesome.
And they like did it, and they're just waiting for the next opportunity.
Because they do this really easily.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like they're ready.
And like, for a time, yeah.
So, Jessica, after her, or I guess, her fake name is Jessica, so let's just call her Jessica.
Yeah.
She has a lesson with the kid and somehow makes the kid behave, probably pays him off or something. And the mom is immediately like, oh my God, how do you do this?
You're amazing. I need to hire you.
Yeah, you're hired. And she has the family driver take her home to the station. And she leaves a pair of her underwear in the car as part of the long con. And the next day on the way to work, the park's dad finds the underwear and immediately starts talking to, goes to his wife and says, like, I think, why is the driver having sex in my car?
Yeah, like, isn't that weird? Yeah.
It's like, why does he have to do it in my car?
Why can't he just do it his own? That's
that made me laugh so hard.
Disrespectful. Yeah.
Like, does he get off on the fact that he's doing it in my car?
Mr. Park.
Can't we just fire him quietly, make up an excuse? And they do. And wouldn't you know it, Jessica just happens to know a driver who used to drive her family around, and it's the dad. And now the dad is their driver.
Here we go. 3 out of 4.
Ah, so great. So, the holdout is the housekeeper.
The creepiest character of 2019. Moon Guang.
Yeah, she's totally normal.
Dude.
Shows up in the rain, scariest fucking character in the movie. It's amazing.
It's so real.
The tonal shift is so out of the fucking blue, but it's so good.
The theater felt like you could hear a pen drop. You know what I mean?
Really
Where it was just like...
I was immediately like, what is going on here?
She's back and she looks creepy and something horrible is going to happen.
The second she moved the shelf, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. What is going on?
I thought I knew what was going on in this movie. Yeah. All right,
so we're getting ahead of ourselves.
It's so hard to not go to the final act.
It really is.
We'll get there.
So Moon Guang's been there forever.
Yes, she was there with the architect.
With the architect's family. So she's part of the house.
Yeah.
And they have to figure out a way to get her out of there. And they find out that she does not allow peaches in the house because she is deathly allergic to peaches.
Yeah.
She'll break out in hives. She'll become
even
sick.
Even just the fuzz.
Yeah. So they which is really fucked up. They plant peach fuzz on her, and she breaks out in a fit and becomes sick.
Yeah.
And she goes to the hospital because she doesn't know why this is happening. And the dad takes a selfie of her at the hospital, like, and him in disguise.
Yeah.
And tells the mom, "Is that your lying to the park mom? Is that your housekeeper? I saw her at the hospital visiting my wife, and I think she has tuberculosis." Like, Jesus.
They'll do anything.
Yeah, it's like, I know she's been around for a while, but you got a TB patient in there with your kids, and it's just not healthy. And she's like, "Oh my God, we got to figure out we got to do something." They go home, more peach fuzz on the back, and she's freaking out in the house, and they have to quietly fire her so that, none of their kids get TB.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, they have the number for this maid service. I love the lie in this. It's so amazing.
Perfect.
They call this maid service, and it's only for exclusive clients. Like, only the best of South Korea's elite get to use this.
Yeah. So be careful. When you call them, know that you're dealing with the real deal.
And immediately they're like, "Well, we gotta hire this.
Yeah,
we're the best."
Well, this card. I love this card.
He is in transfer. It was like American Psycho. It's like, my God, it's even got a watermark.
Jesus. Wow.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Park.
So he calls the number, and it's the fucking sister answering the phone as like a secretary. And through this fake maid service, they hire the Kim's mom to be the new maid. The family is in.
4 for 4.
Yeah, it's incredible. Ugh.
Game.
It's impressive.
On.
Yeah. It's the whole time I'm trying to figure out what genre is this? Like, what am I supposed to feel right now? And 9 times out of 10, I'm laughing my ass off. I don't know if that speaks like what that says about me or the movie. Because I'm thinking like, this is hilarious.
It is very funny. Very funny. We'll get to the violent bits here in a minute.
Oh yeah. Like I said, complete tone.
So now we're in.
We're
4 for 4.
Oh yeah.
We got the 4 Parks living in their own home, and we got the 4 Kims all working in the home.
Yeah, all making a substantial amount of scratch working for this family because all of their money's being pulled together to help the family out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's this rock. It was that rock.
Yeah.
It was that rock they had. That's what's giving them the good luck.
It's the rock. Oh my God. So the Parks one day leave on a camping trip, and the Kims all go to the mansion and just fuck the place up. They're having the time of their lives.
They're drinking and having like, junk food.
This should be our life. And they're like so happy. And there's that one moment where Dad like fake gets angry, and I got really scared there for a second when he like throws the bottles on the ground.
Yes.
I'm like, oh shit. Then he's like, I gotcha. It's actually, they seemed like a very tight, happy family.
They do. There are not a lot of families to me that would be able to work together like that.
No.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially a brother and sister. Holy shit. Yeah. The way they work together is incredible.
Brother and sister, the mom and dad. This is a family that was coached in lying by like the very best.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a generational, like, mom, grandma and grandpa lied. Like, their great-grandfather lied. Like, this is a legacy.
Yeah.
This is impressive work. So they just are, they're eating all their food. They're just lying on the couch. The place is all trash. And they're just like, we got the whole weekend to enjoy ourselves in this luxurious mansion. And they're like, what if we had this place? And the sister has a bit of a freak-out moment. She's like, they don't deserve this place. We deserve this place. Like, we're always going to be trash no matter what we do. And we can't change that. But it's nice to fuck these people's lives up.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the scene that got her a nomination on the Gazzies for us.
Yeah. She pushes it. Yeah.
So they're all just, not a care in the world, and suddenly the doorbell rings.
And it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining outside.
Moon Guang is outside looking into the security camera and just saying, like, hey, can I come in? And they're like, the Parks aren't here. She's like, oh, no, I know. I made sure they weren't here so it wouldn't get awkward. Like, she's planned this out to a creepy degree.
Yeah.
Like, she cut the security camera so that she wouldn't be recorded. Like, it makes you wonder, like, what is about to happen here? Like, she's clearly lying to them about something.
Yeah.
What is it? And I never would have called what it is. Which
Oh
is
no.
crazy.
Oh no.
I was expecting something supernatural to go down. Like they got some kind of monster in the basement. That's what I was thinking.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I didn't even have a guess. Even when it was in the moment, I was like, what is she doing here? What are you doing here? You should be out of the movie. And it felt so focused and honed in on these characters that I was like, is she just going to kill one of them? Because she's angry?
Maybe. The way she's looking, like smiling into the
Yeah,
camera.
you're like, oh, is this just about to turn into her like freaking out and trying to kill them?
It had a Pennywise vibe to it.
Yeah, just chills.
So she manages to talk her way into the house, saying she left something in the basement. She'll be in and out.
Well, and the Kims are also thinking, all right, guys, all right, if we don't let her in, what's she gonna do?
Yeah. So
We shouldn't be here. So she goes to the cops or whatever. We don't want that either. So it's kind of like, let's compromise. Yeah.
So mom has the rest of the family hide and answers the door.
Yes.
Opens it, lets Moon Guang into the basement to grab whatever she needs to grab. And she follows her down to the basement and finds her propped up between the wall and the bookshelf, which
Propped up like feet. Her feet are, she's horizontal.
yeah, her
Her
feet are on the wall
up against the wall, and then she's pushing on a bookshelf.
Like
What the hell?
fuck, man? And
That shot, when I saw that, I was like, I almost pissed my pants.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I was like, what?
Asian horror.
And I was like, I'm not gonna even try to guess what's gonna happen.
Asian horror has always scared the shit out of me, so I thought like this was about to take a serious, dark, supernatural turn, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna stay with me. What is this? And granted, it did stay with me, just not in the way I expected it to.
Yeah.
So she asks the mom if she could help her move the bookshelf, because apparently there was some kind of pan wedged in the bottom, so she couldn't move the bookshelf. So they get that out, they move the bookshelf, and there is a secret door behind the bookshelf.
Yes.
And as the audience probably has the same look that I did, which is, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
She opens the door, goes down into this long hallway, this like staircase that goes on forever in this long hallway. It's a bunker. And I was thinking like, where? What? How does this happen? Where are we going in this movie? And Moon Guang reveals that her fucking husband has been living under the house for years to avoid debt collectors. And she's been sneaking him food for years. He hasn't been outside in years. He's just been in this room. Jesus Christ. And
Twist of 2019. It was the biggest, ultimate fuck you. You had no idea what was going to happen.
yeah.
Her husband is here. Oh, jeez. And to say that he is a creepy character is a major understatement.
You ever see VHS 2?
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yep, immediately.
Yeah.
And
And he gets worse. Yeah.
He gets way worse.
Yeah.
But understandably so.
Yeah.
And
Here we go. Yeah.
ooh boy.
Game on.
Yeah. So Moon Guang is she drops to her knees and says like, please don't tell the parks, please don't tell the police. We have nowhere else to go. If you could just bring him some food once a week, it won't bother anybody. You'll never know. You'll never even know he's down here.
Yeah.
And the Kim family is peeking in from the staircase because they've been following this. Like, what the fuck's going on? And they trip and fall into view. And Moon Guang's tone completely changes. And now it's, I'm gonna fuck you guys up. You lied to me. You stole our lives. And I'm gonna tell the Kim or the Parks. She takes a video of them, and
It's obvious that they're arguing.
it's obvious
and
they're
that they're
arguing,
family.
that they're family, and she's gonna send this video to the Parks unless they do whatever she tells them to do.
Yeah, I just said game on. No, now game on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a game changer.
Oh, big time. So they have.
But how funny, that they just trip
Yeah.
into the screen like, oh.
I love Moon Guan goes from like, please don't do this to you motherfuckers.
Just feed him,
Immediately.
Yeah. Ultimate. Oh, man.
But there is no better feeling than suddenly realizing you have the upper hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's exactly what happens
Oh,
here.
I have control of the room now. Okay. Okay.
So they have the text message like nearly ready to send, and they just have the family doing whatever they tell them to do. You know, standing weird, walking around weird, holding their hands up over their heads, just to make them humiliated, just to make them feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
And one thing leads to another, and I don't remember who makes the jump. I think Dad makes the leap for the phone and gets it. And they have a fight. And what happened during the fight? It's been a while. I think
it's been a good while.
Longer for you. Fuck.
Okay, so yeah, it's like I want to paint a little bit, for people who maybe also saw it a while back or haven't, I don't know. Once you get down the stairs, so they're all like barefoot.
Yeah.
It felt cold. I don't know if it felt that way to you.
Yeah.
When they're making them do stuff, embarrassing them. And you're right, the dad jumps out, makes a play at the phone.
During a rainstorm.
Yeah.
Makes
a play at the phone, and that to me is when I was like, okay, is the husband of Moon Guang, is he gonna be able to like get up and fight? You were still wondering, who is this guy though? Like, who is he really? I don't remember in the scuffle who someone gets hit. Is it Moon Guang?
She gets kicked down the stairs out of the bunker and hits her head.
Hits her head. That's right.
And they force the husband into the bunker too. They tie him up, and then they get a phone call that the Parks are on their way home because the camping trip didn't work out.
Yeah. So now they're hiding under that couch, right?
Yeah. And first they have to clean the place up as best they can.
Well, yeah, because they got shit everywhere. Fucking bottles. And
the Parks have told Mrs. Kim that she's got to make this ramen thing.
Yeah.
Because the kid wants ramen, which he doesn't fucking eat. That pissed me off big time.
Yeah. That was terrible because she rushes to make. Yeah.
So she's cleaning up the place through sweeping a lot of the trash under the couch, which made me laugh. And the
rich people won't look there.
The rest of the family's hiding under the table in the living room. And the Parks come home and they're just complaining like, it just didn't work out. And we're just going to hang out here. You made the ramen? All right, well, he doesn't want it, so I guess I'll eat it. And they just kind of hang around. And as it looks like they're going to bed, the Kims try to get out. But, the shit keeps happening. It felt like a slapstick comedy. It felt like Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Park tells the mom, or Mrs. Kim, that her son was traumatized years earlier on his birthday when he saw a ghost. And that was freaking, like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. And that face has stayed with me.
Yep.
God damn. So that was supposed to be
Moon Guang's husband. For sure.
But as like a demon or something, that was disturbing.
Well, because if you're 5 years old and you see that face, one time and one time only, that's all it needs.
So they've gone out for his birthday every year since, because he can't have a birthday in this house. Great way to cope with that.
So freaky, that face. Oh man.
Eesh.
Oh, he gets creepier.
Oh yes. So Mr. Park complains to his wife while the people are hiding that while Mr. Kim is a great driver, he smells. He has this weird smell, like the smell of the poor. Like, fuck you, man. Wow. Ugh. And he's under the couch, like smelling his shirt.
Like, do I really? Yeah.
Do I really have a smell? And that's probably one of the worst things somebody can say about you, is that you smell bad. Because if you can't smell it, that means that you've adapted to that, and that's just natural to you.
Yeah.
But that also means everybody you've come into contact with can smell it too.
Yeah.
It's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I've been told on several occasions that I smell good, which is nice.
That's great.
A little creepy, but
you smell good.
I'll take the props.
Rather that than be bad. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So
take the win. So while the Parks kid decides he's going to camp outside in the rain, and the Parks, being great parents, are just like, fuck it, let him do it. And they decide they're going to sleep on the couch until he gets out. And with the Kims hiding under the table all fucking night, they start getting frisky.
Yeah, classic. Also very funny.
Yeah, I just kept waiting. Like, when is somebody going to like drop something under the table, or somebody going to cough or something? But nope, doesn't go that way. And the Kims manage to escape early in the morning when the Parks are kind of half asleep, and they run outside, and they come home to find that their basement home has been completely flooded.
Yeah.
And everything has been destroyed. And they spend the night in a local gym along with a whole bunch of other poor people who've lost everything. And all they're holding on to is like a couple of keepsakes and that fucking rock.
Yeah.
Like, why did Kiwoo take the rock?
He's sleeping with it, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when we get one of the best bits of dialogue of the entire year when the father is telling his kids, he's breaking it down for them.
The best kind of plan is no plan at all.
Is no plan at all because it's going to mess up.
Yeah.
You are going to mess up, or someone will mess it up for you. So just don't even make a plan.
It's funny. That's a great metaphor for screenwriting.
Yeah.
Like, just write.
Just fucking do it. Yeah.
Because your plan, everything's going to go off the rails eventually. Might as well just, do what you fucking can.
Yeah.
It's great. Really.
Yeah.
It's a great storytelling technique. It's almost
But
like,
wait, there's more.
yeah. It's like Bong Joon-ho telling us his process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it.
There's no point in having a plan. Yeah.
So the next day, Mrs. Park is throwing an impromptu birthday party for her son and wants everyone to come up. She invites the staff. And Kiwoo returns to the bunker with the rock. But he finds the husband, Jiun Se, I think his name is. He is fucking ballistic. And he grabs the rock from Kiwoo and beats him over the head with it.
Yeah.
It's visceral, and it turns the movie into a full-blown horror film. Like, the guy becomes a slasher movie, basically.
Yeah. For a moment, yeah.
Because his wife's dead from the massive head wound she got last night. And he's been tied up across the room, unable to do anything about it. And they left him there, and he got free, and now he wants fucking vengeance. Because he worships the Parks. Because he believes... It was so weird. He's so conditioned. He thinks, they let me stay in their house. I must give him praise every morning. So he uses it like he does Morse code on the lights.
Yeah, so
to
weird.
Give him praise. It's so fucking weird. So he beats the shit out of Kiwoo with the big rock. Goes upstairs, grabs a knife from the kitchen, and ambushes the party. Just runs straight into the party and starts a stabbing. He stabs the sister, but gets the boy too, I think.
Yeah.
Or he has a seizure.
Yeah.
Kid freaks out.
Loses it.
Yeah. And it's crazy. The dad, Mr. Kim runs to help his daughter, but Mr. Park screaming at him, "Get the keys. We got to get my son to a hospital. He matters more than her." And that's when Mr. Kim panics, freaks out, stabs Mr. Park with the knife. Whew. Insane. And who else got... It's been a while. It's tough.
Who else got killed?
Yeah. I think Mrs. Kim fights with the guy.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, they grapple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happens.
It's like slow motion and oh man.
Does she stab Junsai to death? I thought so.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. And the sister dies.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And so does Mr. Park. I think the kid makes it.
The kid does. Yeah.
But they get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We don't see. Yeah.
And I doubt that the boy, the song, ever had a good birthday memory again. I mean, once you see a ghost, every time that ghost tries to kill you.
Yeah, and your family and other people. Yeah.
Eesh. So before Mr. Parks gets stabbed, he gets the keys from Mr. Kim and recoils from the smell of Junsai, and that is what pretty much makes Mr. Kim freak out and stab Mr. Park, and it's weirdly justified. You don't really feel bad for the Parks in this situation because they kind of show their true colors.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about the Kims. Regardless of how much they've done for them, there will always be the help.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, the film is trying to say something like the rich don't pay attention to the poor.
No, they don't.
And it shows that quite,
You're
quite
only as
simply,
good as how much you can do for them.
Yeah. Get the keys, that sort of thing, and it became like, that's my daughter, man. So
Mr. Park says several times, like talking about Mr. Kim, he doesn't cross the line. He knows when to stop. He almost gets there, but he never does cross the line. It's so petty. Like, this is another human being. He doesn't, you don't own him.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. Ugh. So weeks later, Ki-woo awakens from a coma. I can't fucking believe he survived.
I know, he got whacked.
Yeah. He gets sentenced along with the mom to probation for fraud, which seemed like a light sentence. And Ki-jong is dead. The sister's dead. And nobody knows what the fuck happened there. Motive is unknown. Nobody ever found the secret bunker, including the Parks. They never knew that was there. And Mr. Kim disappeared right after that. And it's while watching the mansion that's recently sold, Ki-woo is watching from across the mountain with binoculars. He notices movement in the lights, and it's Morse code because Mr. Kim got to the secret bunker and has been hiding there for quite a long time.
Yep.
Sneaking food occasionally when he can.
He says it turns out Germans drink more than beer and have sausages. Because German people live in the house now. Amazing.
Yeah. And the Morse code is a letter to Ki-woo saying, I'm here. I'm sorry about what happened. I love you. We're going to be all right.
You keep coming, I'll keep sending Morse code, yeah.
And Ki-woo vows one day he's going to go to university. He's going to make something of himself. He's going to make enough money to buy this mansion and get his father out of there.
Yeah.
But I think we all know that's not going to happen.
No.
Because he's from the bottom.
Yep. He's not making it to
you
the
don't
university.
get to leave the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's really the movie is, who's the real parasite here?
Yeah.
Is it the poor, needling their way into the family of the rich, or is it the rich sucking up all the wealth and causing this to even have to happen in the first place?
Yeah.
Or is it the guy in the basement, just sucking everybody's life away? There's so many ways you can read this.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's incredible.
Oof, man. It really is brilliant. Wow. And unfortunately, it has been bought by HBO, and it's going to be a series that's probably going to end up being in America, or at the very least, English. Bong Joon-ho is involved, but, and Adam McKay is also involved. It's good names behind it.
Of course.
But we don't need this.
No.
This is a perfectly fine movie. Leave it.
It's an amazing movie.
We have this. We don't need more. I don't want more.
Neither do I.
More would do this a disservice.
Yeah.
I don't want a continuation. I don't want a reimagining. I just want this.
Yeah.
Final scores.
10 out of 10.
I had this as an 8. The more I talk about it, I think I'm going to push this up to a 9. This was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10. I can't deny myself. I was smiling a lot. I cried a couple times. It did everything. It reached every spectrum, the emotions, I love this one so much. I'm going to buy it right when it comes out. Cannot wait to revisit it. Can't wait to show it to people.
Yes.
Lend it to people. It's one of those. It's very special. And undoubtedly one of the best movies of 2019.
Without a doubt, man.
It moves, stirs, entertains, does everything you need. In fine fashion. And it is cool that it's Korean because, like you said at the beginning of this, you learn. You're learning about the wealth gap. You're learning about society in Korea. But you can also relate it to the kind of the chain of command, the food chain. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
Everywhere, especially in these third world places where that gap is so big. There is no middle class. Stories that tell that part of the world are important.
Very much so.
So, yeah.
Especially since, here in America, we're really isolated from stories that don't happen, that happen outside of our country. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very important that we get little glimpses like this.
For sure.
Because we need to remember we're not the whole world.
Yeah, it's hard. Oh, yeah, your ego and
a lot of Americans
you get stuck in your own little...
forget that.
Yeah.
That the world goes on without us.
Yeah.
And I think that this is going to be I think foreign film's big to a lot of people, but I don't think it's ever been this big, like this kind of success in America. Let's check out the numbers just for curiosity. So the movie cost about 13.5 billion of whatever Korean money is. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Not sure what it's.
The equivalent of 11 million US. It has grossed 137 million worldwide. That's amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is really amazing.
To profit over $100 million. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, so cool. So
I think
happy.
it's going to be the beginning of a big interest in foreign film, like a resurgence. And I'm totally on board with that. I'm excited.
Yeah, why not? Of course.
I'm excited to see what this movie influences in the future.
Well, and why wouldn't you want more stories from more kinds of people, more opportunities?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For more shit that you haven't heard about.
100%.
Yeah, I'm all in. This is one of the best movies of 2019. One of the better movies of that decade. It's just so perfect. Obviously, if you got this far, thank you. I really hope you saw it.
Yeah.
If you haven't, go check it out while you still can in theaters, because I'd say it's a pretty cool theater experience too.
It is.
Bong Joon-ho is a master of his craft.
Although by the time this episode will be out, it's probably going to be gone.
Probably.
Yeah. But
it's okay. Check it on DVD soon.
Check your local indie theater.
Yeah.
I know they've been like some of the ones around here have been playing the the Best Picture nominees. Maybe yours is too.
Yeah.
And it's worth a watch. Definitely a good theater experience. But again, if you can just pirate it on your phone, still great.
Do that too. I don't think Bong Joon-ho really cares.
No, he just wants you to see it. I think a lot of directors are like that. They just want you to see their work.
Yeah. Check it out. Yeah. Actually watch it. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
This was a fantastic movie, and I'm glad that this is what we chose to close out our 2019 journey.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, our first film of 2020 to do a Sunday bonus on is going to be Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman.
For sure, yeah.
That'll be out in the next few weeks. And I believe this week we're going to have Zodiac coming. So
that is correct.
Enjoy that on Wednesday. And as always, thanks for listening.
Peace.